Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is time for the American Sim Racing League. Live from Atlanta Motor Speedway. The action set to take place here in this mile-and-a-half oval circuit here in Georgia. It should be fun. Lots on the line. Playoffs. That is the main talk of conversation tonight. It is the final race before the playoffs, and we go into it tonight. Points battle for the regular season champion. Pretty tight right now. 5 points separate Brentley Glasser, Hunter Waters. But if we go back to the 16th, we'll say 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th points, and there is some other guys that may get a win. It all comes down to this for them. Kyle Bromere sits in 16th in that number 90 car. He is actually tied right now with Levi Poland in the 91. Of course, it all comes up basically to a heads-up race here tonight. Also of importance, this is basically going by what I seen because it kind of it makes me explain it better, so I'm just going to read what was posted. It's just easier for me to explain. The battles for the free passes are also pretty tight. Those are based on final regular season points position, with the top 8 guaranteeing advancement to the second round. Second to fourth can use that free pass once in the first 2 weeks. The regular season champion can use that free pass once in any of the first 3 rounds. So a lot of battles are going to be happening inside, especially around the top 8, second through fourth, and of course, first, of course. Going to be battling, and of course, we got our 16th place points battle. It's going to be very tough. So the cars are out on track right now. Johnny Avila on top of the board. Brentley Glasser sitting second right now with Steve Eunice, Jeff Eunice, Josh Connors, Ray Pokey, Dwayne Hunt, Jeff Hollingsworth, Todd Guess, Mark Jenkins, Hunter Waters, Trent Ringler, Joshua Sheriff, and Jesse Bedell. Rob Jenkins, your top 15. Playoffs start next week, and tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, this mile-and-a-half track. Next week, not going to be any easier, I promise. When we head to one of my favorite tracks to actually watch a race on, especially, it's going to be fun with these guys because these guys don't have a lot of yellows most of the time. Dover International Speedway, going to be a very fun race. That track, pit road, and turn 4, going to be Calamity Corner. That's going to be one of the fun races of the season. Followed by Pocono. We go there on April the 11th. Then we head to Nashville. Nashville's going to be fun. Keep in mind, March 28th, we do have an off week because of April 4th, which is Easter, I do believe. So, we do have an off week between Dover and Pocono. So, just keep that in mind for that. But Pocono to Nashville, then we end the season at Las Vegas for the championship contenders, and we will see who makes it. Hopefully we're not losing too many frames, guys. I know it's kind of going back and forth a little bit with that. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys and buffering and all that stuff. It shouldn't be, but who knows. I don't really know why it's doing it, to be honest. Anyway, a little bit of information before we get ready to get qualifying here. This Wednesday night, I will be live at Daytona for the Sim 500. That's going to be fun. Esports Series will kick off their week at Daytona in the trucks. That's going to be fun. And then on Thursday, we will be live once again for the Red Sox Racing Series. Looking forward to that. And, of course, back here next Sunday night for the American Sim Racing League. Got a minute left here in qualifying. 30 drivers, it appears, to be in this race, so that's going to make things fun. I believe it was 100. What was it? 115 laps? Something like that? 120 laps? I'll find it here in a minute. Anyway. Get ready to go here. It is 125 laps here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Last time we was out at mile-and-a-half track, that was back at Homestead Miami Speedway, and that was Hunter Waters' race to lose. He dominated that race, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. I I'm sorry, that was actually Brent Glasser. I was reading the wrong thing. Glasser actually won 100. Waters won at Indianapolis. So there you go. So we do got the Monster Mile 250 next week for the playoffs. And, of course, tonight the Atlanta 300 miles, 125 laps as we get set to go here soon. I don't think it's 300 miles, is it? I don't know. Either way, we're ready to kick off. Who are we going to watch first? We're going to jump down to the racetrack. We're going to get out of our pre-race booth and head over to the main track. And we're going to watch Michael Trevarthen coming out onto the track. Currently third in the point standings. I do believe so. Let me double check that to make sure. No, I lied. He is actually 14th in the point standings. But he comes in here with 10 starts this season, 0 wins, but 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s in the 31 Ford Mustang. He does have 15 laps led as well, so we'll see how he does. All right, here he comes to the green flag lap. 1 lap on the board this time. We'll see how he does here at Ford Mustang. We'll hop around to a couple people here, but we'll watch his first lap. Here in Atlanta, it's pretty interesting. He's running that low line. Yeah, you see that back end want to step out. That was some of the chatter that I heard in the race chat was the back end wanting to step out just a little bit to some guys. Here he comes off turn 4, coming to the start-finish line. This appears to be a 31.078. Good enough for P7 as Jesse Bennell has jumped up to the top of the board. We'll jump back a little bit here. Andrew Chapman in the number 2 car coming to the start-finish line. See where he goes up to. Jesse's still on top of the board. Andrew Chapman jumps all the way up to P10. Out of the 15 drivers that I see right now, Andrew Chapman, 8 starts this season, 1 top 5 as well. Makes that 17 guys have actually started. Here's Todd Guess, Steve Unit's new leader on top of the board. Todd Guess beginning his lap. Steve Unit's still on top of the board. I see Bentley Glasser putting on a lap. A little slow there for him. 16th in the 24. Steve's still on top of the board. We're watching Todd Guess at the moment as he works out of turn number 4. Here comes to the start-finish line. Does he improve on his second lap? Or first lap? 16th for Mr. Guess. Dwayne Hunt. We'll wait on him. He hasn't put on a lap yet, I don't think. So you see him out there qualifying as well. We'll jump over to Derek Pemberton, number 82. Mountain Dew on the side of that. Derek Pemberton, 7 starts. 7 starts at races. Oh, that's right. 8 starts. I do apologize. Does not have a top 5 yet. And actually does not have a top 10 yet. Is that right? Huh. Anyway, going to the start-finish line. He runs that high line on his first lap. Watch for him to move to the low line here on his second one. As a couple more. Todd Guess, by the way, jumping up to third on his second lap. Good qualifying effort there. We'll continue to watch Derek here just for a couple moments. Dwayne Hunt just put down his first lap. He is currently 23rd. As we watch the Mountain Dew Major Melon. Sorry about saying Melon Mash. Going into turn 4. Up out of turn 4. You see a little bobble there out of 4. But coming to the start-finish line. Oh, boy. And there you go. Levi Poland looking at his own board as he coming through turns 3 and 4. It's going to be close if he's going to have enough time to finish his second lap or not. It's going to be very close. So he's got 29 seconds right now. At this moment, I don't know if he will, but still going to be an okay lap with 18th. Three drivers yet to qualify: Charlie Woods, Callum McCall, and Brent Adams. And right there will end Levi Allen's qualifying effort, as he will slam the inside wall in the 91 and put him P18. So it does look like Steve Unit's going to qualify P1. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. What I want to do now is bring in Derek Pemberton, because he's my normal co-broadcaster, where he was last season. So let's talk to him here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Derek Pemberton, Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Atlanta Motor Speedway, you absolutely hate this track. What's your thoughts going into it tonight?
Loose, 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 loose.
So the car might be a little loose, huh?
No, I think it's a little bit on the tight side. No, this car is definitely going to be a handful tonight. It's I didn't see as much looseness in the actual Cup race today as I think is what we'll see here tonight. These cars are really, really aero dependent, or I guess aero sensitive. Aero sensitive, and if you are sitting behind a car at a weird angle, I mean, you're going to be fighting the car the whole way around if you're trying to save it. So. I'd say probably early into this race, expect a couple of quick yellows, because it's going to be a handful trying to hang on to some of these race cars, because they are definitely not where we would want them to be.
For sure, man. Pit road, we are probably going to see green flag pit stops with this league. We know usually how this league is. Pit road could be a little bit scary. What's your thoughts on getting on the pit road here?
Well, I'm probably going to mess it up tonight, but I've been pretty good at some of the tougher pit road entrances under green. Done pretty good at Vegas and a couple of different races. Done good. I'm seeing the tracks that I've done good at, but can't think of them. Atlanta's not the hardest, but it is a very difficult one to get down onto, especially with this car being as loose as it is. Maybe potentially late into the run. It has a pretty good chance that it may snap on you trying to get all the way slowed up. So that'll definitely be something to be watching out for if we get to it. Looks like they only gave us 3 sets of tires. So we're really going to have to do a lot of tire saving tonight. If we're going to have to try to hang on to this thing. And hopefully we don't use up these tires.
For sure, man. Hey, good luck and go get them.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. So Steve Enos will roll off in P1, but that was Derek Pemberton. Going to be roll off a little bit further back as he spins these tires. That's not always the same tires, Derek Pemberton. But there is Steve Units all the way up front in that 27 machine. Steve coming in here pretty solid in the points in 7th place. Has about a 10-point lead over sorry, I was trying to figure this out. $40 to $30, I don't know. I believe he has about a 10-point lead over Todd Guess. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it. Or I might actually have a 40-plus lead over. I don't know. Either way, yeah, he does have a 10-point lead. Sorry, he does have a 10-point lead over Todd Guess, Dwayne Hunt, 31-point lead. So we'll see what Steve can do. Him and Hunter Waters up front as the green flag sets to come out. Pace truck drops into the left as the green flag. Set the wave. Green flag is out. We're racing here in Georgia. Going down into turn number 1. You see that 27 right on the bottom side, riding that white line. Tire is going to be a big factor in this race. You heard Derek Pemberton talk about it. And what he said is 100% true. Only 3 sets of tires. 4 if you want to count the ones you start on. So you're going to try to make this really about a 30, 35 lap pit road or tire adjustments. Or pit stop, should I say. Battle up front for the lead here on lap number 1. Hunter Waters trying to take it away on that outside. If we see racing like this all day, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm not going to lie. As they go into turn 3, closing in, Ross Cadu back there in 3rd, winner at Talladega. Has a little bit of momentum on his side, finally getting a win underneath his belt here in the ASL Series. Cup Series, that is. Going down back into turn one, and look at that. Ross is faster that lap than any of our 2 leaders. Of course, utilizing a draft helps just a little bit. As you ride on board with the driver of the 12. Running right behind Steve Eunice. It looks like Hunter Waters is going to lead this lap as he crosses the start-finish line to lead lap number 3. Right on that first seam, now below it. Hunter doing a really nice job. One thing that this 7 is doing is pretty impressive. Running that higher line will tend to save tires a little bit more than normal. With the 27 kind of being forced down a little bit, turning that wheel more hard to the left or more of an angle to the left tends to grade or shave these tires off a little bit. Right now, this is where our battle's at, is up front. As 4th place Bentley Glasser tries to close in Todd Guess and Josh Connors. Connors could be a force to watch this race too. But with that said, Waters clears Unich, and now we will start moving around the field. Todd Craig, Jeff Unich now, side by side. The 89 Tampa SUV Reynolds, the Pets in Paradise, number 21 is Todd Craig to his inside, and the 89 of Jeff going to be able to hold on to that spot for now. So something I'm kind of seeing though, this outside lane is moving a little bit here. That's how Hunter was able to take the lead, and we also seen Jeff actually pass Todd by using that middle to outside lane. Further back, Derek Pemberton underneath David Kamara. Kamara, of course, the Clocks by Christopher Chevrolet. And that car, that 02, of course, the Clocks by Christopher are going to be giving the trophy away to this year's season champion. Or a watch, I do believe, is one of the other things I was told, if I'm not mistaken. Good group here, though. Look at this mess. Is in front of Kamara and the 90 now, Kyle Vermeer. Remember Kyle Vermeer right on that bubble. We're going to be watching Kyle and Levi Poland. Right now, Levi Poland would make his way into the playoffs if the race would be official right now. Speaking of Levi Poland, Jeff Unich underneath him. Todd Craig looking to follow suit. Not so fast as they work out of turn 2. On board with Todd Craig. Watching the battle right up in front of him. Comes a good run right here from the 21. Let's see if he gets out of gas. No, full throttle all the way through that section of that turn on exit turn 2. Out of it a little bit right there going into 3. He's going to look to go 3 wide to split the 89 and 91. Not going to happen yet. This is a great list, so we can really hear him getting out of gas if we want to. Yeah, definitely out in turn 1. I can already tell you that lap times way slower. Oh, we got one car to the wall. That was Jesse Manel scraped the wall off turn 2. But I can tell you, lap time's already a second slower than when we dropped the green flag. Back here is a big battle with Jeff Hollingsworth trying to make sure he can lock himself in. He is 6 points to the good right now in this playoff hunt. So he's getting a big run. Mark Jenkins can still have a chance at making this playoff, especially if Hollingsworth does not have a good night. Jenkins right now up in P number 7. Johnny in his foreign car. That's a nice looking paint. That's pretty cool looking. It's different. I like it. Watch for Todd Guess. Yep, here it comes. Adam Matz looking to the inside of Todd Guess. In that number 9 car. Matt's driving a different paint scheme here tonight. He usually drives a white one out there tonight and the black and orange one. Good to see some different paint schemes come out. Once again, guys, hopefully the stream's not laggy or nothing for you guys. I know it probably is a little bit. I do apologize, but it's just what we're kind of dealt with right now. Fortunately, internet having a little trouble here today, but hopefully it's okay. You guys are still able to watch it. Somewhat good anyway. So as this race continues on, it will become tougher and tougher as we might have a yellow coming out. The 23 is off the track. Brent Adams, no yellow as of right now. What happened here? The 82. It's going to be close here of what happened. Did 23 get loose or 82 keep sliding down? No, 82 was sliding up there. And, yeah, Derek definitely came up on him. Another look at it. He kept coming up, kept coming up, kept coming up. Even though 23 was getting a little loose, the 82 definitely made contact. That's tough, and it looks like Brent Adams, unfortunately, not going to be called early. And the sad part with that is, if I'm not mistaken, I have to double check this. So give me just a second, and I will check Brent Adams where he is in the points. Coming out. I don't think he was in the top 16, so don't hold me to that. But yeah, he was not, but unfortunately, definitely not going to have a chance at making a win now. He was back in 2018 points. It's unfortunate. Here as we watch Jeff Units, Josh Connors, Joshua Shrift, and Dwayne, I'm sorry, it's not Dwayne Hunt, and Todd Cray battling it out. Right behind, up in front is Ross Cadu. Tries to hold on to P4. Probably going to be able to right now, it looks like. As Todd Guess was to his inside. Guess now under attack from Mark Jenkins to his outside. Jenkins trying to work his way into the playoffs, which would be kind of surprised if he did not make it, I'm going to be honest. Up front, Steve Eunice continues to lead out by almost 0.8. We'll go ahead and call it 0.8 now. Pit stops probably going to be happening here around 10 or 15 more laps. I'm going to go ahead and say around 32 is pretty much your goal to make it to. If you can push it a little bit longer than that, you're good too. But Steve right now out front of Hunter Waters. Looking good so far. Big battle here. Levi Poland, Jesse Bennell, and Bryson Tomlinson. Levi needs to continue to try to march forward. As he needs to stay in front of, oh boy, he about got taken out. This is definitely going to send him back to the field now. Is he coming to pit road? Not, but he's definitely going to lose a lot of spots here. That is exactly what some of these guys wanted. They do not want him. We may have a caution back a little bit further in the field. No, we got people on pit road. This seems a little early, and that is why he's on pit road. As the 0-2 of David Kamara, has had an issue with the 26 of Ringler. And here's what happened. Kamara just getting hard into the wall. No caution coming out during this. So that's a wild one, and that is why they kept it going straight. So no caution. And that may end David Kamara's night in the 0-2, and it does. .33 of Mark Jenkins, Ross Canoe, Adam Maps, and all of the above, or all of the behind, should I say, because Canoe is leading this little group right now in 4th place. This is a tight group right here. And you can look down and see them. All now pretty much in a single file, so being led by that 12 car. 5, Jeff Unich in the 89, Joshua in the 17, Todd Gray in the 21. That is your top 10. Pretty much all underneath the blanket, with the exception of Glasser, Waters, and Unich. On board with Mark Jenkins. Here's Adam Maps, maybe getting passed here by Guess. Or might be the other way around. It looks like it is the other way around as Adam Matz tries to take this away. It looks like he will on that high side. Yeah, lap time's already 2 seconds slower in 26 laps. Like I said, this track is a cheese grater when it comes to tires. It basically just shreds tires here. If you are not a good tire saver, this is not a good track for you. I'm going to be honest, most likely. This place is all about saving that tire for a long run. Unich here and the 17 of Josh. And you can see it's a tough place to pass. That is one thing that's very accurate on this one. A little bit further back in the field, here's Jeff Hollingsworth taking a peek to the outside on Carl Vermeer. Pretty big battle here. Where Kyle and Jeff only separated by 6 points. But Levi Poland, we got a car off the track in front of these guys. Rob Jenkins, who does get back on track safely, and we stay green. And did he get into the wall? He was running pretty solid, I believe. Just a little bit of the wall there. Looks like it's not really going to hurt him. He does a great job of staying off the inside wall. That really could have been bad. He was around 15th or so, 14th when that happened. And he dropped back yes. Pit stop should be about to happen. We are coming to lap 30. Like I said, around lap 31 or so is when you really want to hit pit road. 31, 32, 33, between there somewhere. Watch for pit stops to happen, and Jeff Unich, ooh, he had a moment there too. As he drops back to P9. Waiting to see if anybody hits pit road. Not just yet, as we are on a lap 31 this time by. I'm sorry, guys, if you guys are having trouble viewing the connection a little bit tonight. I do apologize for that. It's some internet trouble on my end. Hopefully you guys are okay with how it is. We'll get it fixed for next time. But Todd Craig, Jeff Unich. Tell you a big mover right now though. Mark Jenkins sitting fourth. Doing a nice job on these older tires. Maybe saving a little bit of tire and it's helping him. As Andrew Chapman has been on and off pit road. Good call there to come a little bit earlier. I like that. Steve Unit's going to stay out. Same as a few others here. Here's Rob Jenkins and Callum battling for the 21st spot. Just a little bit further back. Of course, we seen Rob have some issues a few moments ago. See if he can get back up there here soon. Still a good battle here with 6th place of Canoe, Guess, Sheriff, Jeff Unich, Todd Cray. All 5 underneath the blanket. Then Dwayne Hunt and Josh Connors right behind. Surprised we didn't see pit stops there. I don't see the point. I would definitely not run to the end of the field run. To me, I just don't like that call. But that's me. I mean, we are 3 seconds off the pace right now compared to where we started. So, but we are right here on the verge of seeing pit stops. They may do it here around 34, 35. So don't be surprised if we see that. I mean, look at Steve, second place. Here's still a good battle here. How about that 17 with the big run on the outside, followed by the 21 of Todd Cray. And Dow throw in Dwayne Hunt. He's getting a big run here on the outside. It's going to knock Jeff Unich and Ross Canoe back to 10th and 11th. Wow. And honestly, if you're going to wait till 40, then it's only a 2-stop race. So I would be surprised if we wait that long to see pit stops. And if you're Hunter Waters or Bentley Glass, you're definitely probably going to want to pit before Steve. Johnny on pit road. I'm sorry, that was Ross Canoe on pit road. See the 12 car coming down. Green flag pit stops underway here for some lead lap cars. You see the 12 coming in. You will slide more than you think and easily can roll through that box. Not necessarily slide through it. Even if you're holding the brakes all the way, you will keep rolling. So it's a good looking view there. As the exit off pit road, Ross Canoe down and away. Josh Connors and the 4 of Johnny on the bottom. Still waiting for some green flag pit stops to really start taking place. And right now, Ross Canoe and Andrew Chapman are the only ones that have really done so. Rob Jenkins coming to pit lane. Yes, he is. He is on pit lane. He almost came to a stop here. Something happened here. Yeah, he slammed the wall. Coming to pit lane. Let's see. It's a tough pit lane to get onto. We've talked about it in the pre-race. You see it right there. hard contact, and that's definitely going to hurt that 10 car. Tough break. And unfortunately, that's probably going to end up ending his run at hopefully making the playoffs. Steve Unit still out front, but look at the fresh tires. And that is Rob Jenkins, even on fresh tires and a damaged race car, blowing by the current leader in this one. I'm very surprised to see people going this long. Adam Matz may get a big, we got some pit stops coming out. Here comes Adam Matz, Johnny Rella coming down, Dwayne Hunt coming down. This is a big stop here for Matz. This could actually help him a little bit, especially if Steve does not pit this lap. Could help him gain in a little bit of time. As you see the 9.4 tires. Looks like Hunter Waters coming this time as well. He is on pit road. Patrick DeSaulnier, I'm sorry, I know I butchered your name. Looks like he got a penalty on pit road. So this has got to bring Steve to pit lane. You do not want to stay out. You will just keep butchering your lap times. As he is staying out once again. I am very surprised by this. But it may work out. I don't know. The longer he stays out, the worse it's going to hurt him. I just want to point that out. Here's Brentley Glasser. And you see the 27 is leaving pit lane now of Steve Unich. We'll see how this plays out after other guys. Sorry guys, I was trying to get this lag to quit. Joshua coming down. Callum coming down. Trent Ringler coming down. So Ross Cadu is going to be your leader. For how long is going to be determined, but here you go. Hunter Waters on the outside, going to take the lead away. That is from just 2 laps advantage, closes that big of a gap. He closed over 2 seconds by pitting a little bit earlier. It does help him. We'll see for how long that plays out. May not be very long, but you never know. Now if we get a pit stop or a caution, it's going to be a pretty big break for some guys. Trent Ringler still hasn't came down pit road. But here's Hunter Waters underneath Cadu. This is for second place. Of course, 6-7 laps older tires. Definitely going to play a factor. And here comes a big move. The 27 looking underneath the 7 down the back stretch. And this will be for the overall lead, by the way. Once Ringler does hit pit road, and there you see it. And Trent Ringler is on pit road. So Steve Unich takes the lead as we turn it up here on trackside. You guys enjoy. 53 laps in now, as Steve Units is back out front. You're watching Ross Canoe getting past about 81. That is not for position, but Andrew Chapman trying to run down Todd Cray, who is actually underneath the one of Ron Hollyfield. Hollyfield, of course, unfortunately, a lap down as well. Hollingsworth and Josh Connors. Connors takes away 13th. Now looks to take away 12th, and it looks like he will do so. As Hollingsworth looks to take away the 13th position, and it looks like he will as well in that National Guard car. Here's Todd Guess, Ross Canoe, and Mark Jenkins. Jenkins up to P5 right now. As Canoe continues to drop back on them 7-lap old tires. Stevie is right now running away with this one here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. There's a big pass. Kyle Vermeer up to 19th over Levi Poland. That is a big pass. And I know it may not seem that big, but like I was talking about earlier, Levi Poland sitting 17th, Kyle Vermeer 16th. And of course, points, they are tied right now. Kyle Vermeer would have the advantage depending on the rest of the field. It's Mark Jenkins right now, maybe the one moving up and knocking Kyle out as well. Mark Jenkins doing a fantastic job, and this is exactly what he needed to make the playoffs. I don't know if we'll know right away if this is how they finish, if he makes the playoffs or not, hopefully, but who knows how that could go. As you look inside Todd Cray's car in 10th place. Bentley Glasser, 1 lap first. Could be a good one here as we come to lap 59. Caution-free race so far here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here on the final race of the regular season. It's been a pretty good one so far, as we are coming up on the halfway point here very shortly. Once again, guys, if it is lagging, I do apologize. Todd Cray, by the way, became the first-time winner in the American ASL Elite Series last week at Five Flags. So congratulations to him on that once again. He did do a good job on it. Todd Guess still battling here in 6th place. In 26th, it's usually not for position. That is Brentley Glasser. Unfortunately, Glasser number 26. Trying to see what place he's actually in. Not Glasser, I'm sorry. I said 26. Place is he actually in? Trent Ringler, sorry, he is in 25th. I cannot find him on my board. But he is in 25th. Andrew Chapman on pit road in the 2 car. Not scheduled. Let's see if I can see. Don't see any damage to that 2 car, but actually this might be scheduled for him. He did go, I don't know. Jump back up to our leader, Steve Unich. Steve out to a 4-second lead over the 7 of Hunter Waters. Currently running 2nd. Glasser up to 3rd. Adam Matz, Mark Jenkins inside the top 5 here in this final race of look back at Josh Connors. Currently running in 12th position. Maybe not for long. Here comes the 17 underneath. Joshua trying to take away that 12th spot. It looks like he will with ease. Not much of a fight being put up there. Glasser still running behind Waters here. Not much of a fight going on between these two at the moment, but nose to tail that is. Good battle here, though, for this 2nd spot as the 24 tries to wait for a mistake to be made. By this 7 right now, not so much. Steve Unich still out front, extending that lead. And I'm actually very surprised that he was able to extend as much as he had. He's only got 2 lap fresher tires, but it has paid dividends for the 27. I actually questioned why he was waiting so long to pit, but you kind of see it now. I mean, he is just dominating for Steve Unich here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the most dominant we've seen somebody in a long time in the ASL series. I'm just calling it now. Joshua may be in a position battle in the 17. Yes, he is. This is a good one with Jesse Bennell, Joshua, and the 12 of Ross Cadu. Joshua Sheriff a little bit fresher tires. Underneath Cadu he goes. Looking at, the 12 got really loose. Good save there by Cadu. That could have been bad. Kind of keeping an eye on that. Especially with Mark Jenkins. That's really who I've been watching. Well, really, Mark needs a knot, really, from Levi Poland and Kyle Vermeer. And right now, both of them are kind of having bad knots. Kyle Vermeer about to go a lap down. Levi Poland is now 18th. He's not far needed. He needs to finish at least 7 or 8 spots in front of each one of these guys. So it's going to be one of the things that we continue to watch. Honestly, even Levi Poland or Kyle Vermeer, I'm going to try to stay out one more lap longer than the leader and try to get a lap led if you can. I know it's a gamble, but that one lap is a bonus point, and that could be big. So that's something that these guys are definitely going to have to pay attention to. As you see, Steve Units out to a 5.5 second lead. Not much really going on around the track. I mean, these two guys right here have been pretty much nose to tail for a long time, but Glasser really hasn't made much of an attempt to pass the 7, as you see right there. Just basically doing what you're seeing, just riding behind him. As we are 50 laps away from the end of this one. You still really don't want to pit in my eyes. This is a long run. I'm trying to think. If I'm these guys, you really want to run this a little bit longer. I was thinking, if you're going to try to make this on a 2-stop race, you really want to run about 8 to 9 more laps. Preferably 10 would be nice, but you could do it in 5 more laps, I believe. Now, you really want to do it about 10 laps. So, if you're like guys like Steve Unich, I don't think I'd pit anytime soon right now. I'd still run about 10 more laps. And that's either going to make or break a lot of these guys if they decide to do that. Jump up a little bit and see or jump around a little bit and see if we find anything going on. These guys right here basically just running nose to tail right now. It is extremely tough to pass. Everywhere you look, I mean, you see a lot of guys running nose to tail, but they just can't make a pass on nobody at the moment. It's just so tough. All right, so we are coming up on some of these guys with about 40 laps ran. I don't know. Really, you need to run this about 40 laps. Ross Cadews right now is in a little bit of trouble. He's 14th, and he's continuing to drop back a little bit. He just got passed a few moments ago by Josh Connors. Does got a little bit of a gap over him with Trevarthen. Only 20 drivers on the lap. The cars that are out of the race. Trent Ringler has called it quits. Patrick out of the race in the 93. Brent Adams, Derek Pemberton, and David Kamara in the 30. Right now, 20 cars on the lead lap. Not sure for how long, as a big one about to happen here with Kyle Vermeer about to go a lap down. Remember, Kyle 16th in points, and he needs to stay 16th in points. But with this, I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. He may come up just shy of making the playoffs here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in tonight's regular season finale. So a lot of back and forth right now, trying to figure out the math in this. As you see another big thing right here with Levi Poland and Charlie Woods. It's another guy we're kind of watching is Levi Poland. Here comes Johnny on the pit road. So green flag pit stop starting to happen a little bit here. I feel like it's a little too early. Well, not really. I'm going to kind of cut it in half a little bit, but we'll see how it plays out. Here's a big one right here with Jesse Bunnell and Jeff Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth looking to lock his way into the playoffs here tonight. Ray Poking also on pit lane. And now Jesse coming down pit road. He's not on. I think Dwayne Hunt also making a stop. He is. So green flag pit stops underway here once again. Watch for Steve Yunish to pit around lap 85 or so. Adam Matz on pit lane. Steve may pit on lap 85 or coming to 80 or 86. It'll be one of the two. So here's 85. I don't think he'll come this time. I just got a feeling he's not going to come on 85. I think it'll be 86. He's cutting this into 40s is what he's doing. From here on out. Since he's running a 40 lap stint, it looks like now. Mark Jenkins on pit lane. So he will come to this. Now's your money stop. You don't want to have a penalty. As you see Johnny putting down the new fastest lap. Now is not the time for a penalty if you're anybody in this field. Kind of watching right now to see. Mark Jenkins has had an issue. He actually had to back up and still having issues. This could be big here because he missed his box by a lot. So this is going to be an extended stay here for Mark Jenkins on pit road. I mean, he is definitely going to be losing some spots. He's got a little bit of work to do now. He may have just cost himself a chance at the playoffs by having issues on pit road. Hunter Waters coming down. Steven is going to stay out another lap. I'm not questioning him anymore, so. We talked earlier about tires sliding. Mark Jenkins is going to go 2 laps down. Now, he will get a lot of these back once all this cycles through, so keep that in mind. Or should, anyway, get a lap down. He spent a long time on pit road, 49 seconds. He spent about 10 seconds longer on pit road than everybody else, so that's unfortunate. Some other pit stops are underway right now as well. Jeff Units, Todd Cray, they are exiting pit lane, no issues there. Jeff Hollingsworth exiting pit road, no issues. So I'm actually surprised we're seeing Steve go as long as what we have. Charlie Woods is on pit road as well. We're watching Steve Units right now. Watch for him to come this time. He may. Yep, he's looking to come this time. So all these guys are going to get their last back. Right now, everybody's a lap down in the field. It's time. And right now, honestly, Kyle Vermeer may have lucked out with Mark Jenkins having issues on pit road. He may be able to squeeze in here very closely, but it's going to be close still. Steve Unich exiting pit lane. Let's check and see where second place is. Right there. We may have a new leader. There it is. Bentley Glasser going to take the lead. How about that? And not only that, he just may go a couple spots down here. Yeah, he's definitely going to get passed by a few cars. He just drops all the way back to P5. Granted, he does got fresher tires than everybody else. We'll see if that's going to be enough. He doesn't have a lot of time. 35 laps or so to do so, but I don't know. I feel like he's going to be okay, but we'll definitely keep an eye on it. So Mark Jenkins is not a lap down, but he's got a little bit of work to do. You see him going by for 13th, passing Andrew Chapman. Got Ross Canoe right on his back bumper, which he does not want to have. Right now, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots ahead of Kyle Vermeer. Remember, he has 7 points out of this championship, so he needs to have somewhat of a decent finish. A top 10, and he'll be good to make it, but it all depends on some things, so we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Steve Eunice, by the way, getting around Adam Matz, or trying to take away third, as he now sets his sights on Hunter Waters. Will be the next car he looks for. Todd Craig, Jeff Unich for 8th place. As you see now, Todd Craig working on Jeff Unich and Jesse Bennell. Right here, Jesse sliding up the racetrack and giving up 2 spots. Hunter Waters getting passed by Steve Unich now. Steve up to 2nd. By the way, he will be our lap leader tonight in the 27 car. As far as the points go, Steve Unich comes in here 7th in the points, so this is a big opportunity for him to move in to possibly the top 4, which could be very big for him. Well, it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on very closely. Do want to mention Levi Poland is a lap down. Todd Vermeer is a lap down. Right now, Mark Jenkins needs at least 2 more spots from my math, and my math's not always great, so keep that in mind. But from what I'm seeing, the thing is, though, Levi, we know, is definitely going to pick up 1 more spot, because Andrew Chapman's definitely going to have to hit pit road, we do believe. Mark Jenkins next is looking for Josh Connors stuff as this race continues to tick down. How about Steve Unich? We did not see the switch, but he did take the lead. He ran him down really quick. And Steve Unich goes back to the point here at Atlanta Motor Speedway with less than 25 laps to go. Well, with 25 laps to go right now. Doing a great job, man. You cannot say enough about what he's done. Like I said, this is the most dominant I've seen him all season. It's been a while since I've seen somebody this dominant. I do want to mention that Mark Jenkins now is about 2 points or so behind Kyle Vermeer, who actually may have just got that changed. It's going back and forth, about 5 or 6 points behind Kyle Vermeer in the points battle. Mark sits 13th. He needs to be able to run down Josh Connors for 12th, and he needs to try to do this very quickly. And he is catching him. It's just not very fast, about 3/10 or so a lap. But it very well may happen. He closed in quite a bit at that time, about 2.7 back right now on that. Here's Jesse Bennell and, well, I thought that was actually bound, but I lied. Bryson Tomlinson, Dwayne Hunt. This is for position, 16th. And Tomlinson looks to take it away. He does. So move the 68 up to 16. Check out a couple other guys here. Where's Trevarthen? 15? With Bryson Tomlinson about to go a lap down to Steve Unich. She's done a great job. I'm curious about his pit strategy. He actually wanted to wait, it seemed like, on for that reason. Only a 2-stop race for him of other people, but he was able to run them back down, which is fantastic. But done a good job of making that call. That was very impressive. As you see, Tomlinson won 1 lap down. Everybody's spaced out quite a bit right now. Nobody's really closest, about a half a second back in P5 right now. And that is Johnny and Todd Guess, who is closing in slowly here on the 4 car. Looking at Steve Unich here in the 27, 2.2 seconds ahead of the 24 car, and definitely still putting down some pretty good lap times compared to everybody else around him. Nobody even touching the 32.2s at the moment. He is the only one to do so. And unfortunately for Mark Jenkins, not closing in at the rate he would probably like as well. At the moment, he's definitely not going to make it. He is about 1 point shy of making it into the next round. Now, that could change a little bit, but it's going to be tough. He needs to gain at least one more spot to have a really good chance at it here. I don't know. Unfortunately, Rob Jenkins going 2 laps down right now to Steve. Todd Craig trying to close in on Jeff for the 7th spot. As the laps continue to tick away here for Steve Unich in this caution-free race at Atlanta. We watch Todd Craig continue trying to run down Jeff. Steve, you're just working through some traffic, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, everybody is just spaced out. There's not a lot to look at. Here in this one, here's a battle, I guess. Back here for 18th, Charlie Woods and Dwayne Hunt. Woods trying to take away the 17th spot. And it looks like for now, it's going to be close. Still drag racing on the backstretch. I like that paint scheme. Cross start finish line. Charlie was able to take that spot away. So move him up now to 17th place. I don't see anybody else pitting from here on out unless a caution was to pop out. As you watch Steve still drive away from this field, he is out to a 4.2 second lead over Glasser. Glasser, though, with this second place finish, looks to lock up the regular season championship. So that's going to be big for him. As you see, Ross Canoe unfortunately going to lap down That's a big one right there. That goes to show how fast Steve has been tonight. To put Ross Canoe a lap down to winner at Talladega, I mean, he has lapped all the way up to 14th place now, 1 lap down. 13 cars on the lead lap at Atlanta. That's wild. This is a lot of momentum for Steve going in to the playoffs. I mean, it is absolutely big for him. Jeff Hollingsworth making the playoffs here in this one, as long as everything finishes where it's at. Now, we've seen some crazy stuff, so you never know. Mark Jenkins hoping what he did tonight will be enough. I'm not quite sure if it will. Three laps to go for the 27 Tampa SUV Rentals Chevrolet, or Toyota, sorry. I don't know why I thought Chevrolet. I think because there's so many Chevys. Anyway. 3 laps to go for him. Just continuing to watch the, not necessarily playoffs, but kind of watching that bubble spot in the playoffs. There's 2 laps are going to be on the board this time for the 27 car. Everything else kind of spaced out. Well, here's a battle, it looks like, maybe for 9th. We'll watch this for a moment as Hollingsworth tries to close it on Joshua for the 9th spot. As they come to their 2 laps to go. Out of turn 4, the white flag going to be out in the air. This time by for Steve Unich, who has dominated at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Bentley Glasser runs second. He looks to pick up the regular season championship here at Atlanta with Hunter Waters and Adam Matz. A fantastic finish for Matz if he's able to hold on for this final lap. Coming to the checkered flag. Steve Unich will win at Atlanta. Bentley Glasser works off 4, across the start-finish line. 2nd place for Bentley. 3rd place, Hunter Waters will finish in P number 3. As the rest of the field goes by, here is your race winner here tonight. And to be honest, he has done absolutely fantastic. Great job for the driver of the number 27 car here tonight. Definitely well deserved in that Tampa car. Gonna see him do some spins probably. There he goes. Win number 2 for Steve this season. Congratulations to him making the playoffs as well. A lot of momentum headed in to the race next week. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, goodness. Have to wait and see how it all plays out for him in these playoffs. But great job for him. Definitely well deserved. So if we can find Stephen pull him in, it might take me just a minute here. And there he is. Steve Unich gets it done. P number 1 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Steve, it's Adam up in the booth. You got a copy.
Hey, yeah, you got me.
Got you loud and clear, man. P1 dominating. This is probably the most dominant race anybody's had this season, and that is a big momentum shift going into next week's starting playoffs. Talk us through your night, man. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I felt good about this one. Just definitely got more prep for this race than I have any race this season, I think. And I knew in practice I had a good shot at starting the top 5, which is like something I really haven't. I don't feel like I haven't had great starting positions a lot this year, and kind of been playing catch up. But getting the pole was a little bit of a surprise. I knew I'd be in the running, but I didn't think I'd get it. And then I knew if I needed to get the lead and get that clean air early on, and then I just built that lead, and from there I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I got a Joe Gibbs car, maybe the rear ride heights are out of spec or something. But it was fun. It was driving great and putting down good times, and just had a good clean race.
The pit stops, that's what I wanted to ask you about. I was talking about it in the broadcast. You waited a little bit longer, and sometimes that works out for some guys. Sometimes it normally tends not to, but I even questioned it. But, man, you proved me wrong. And was that on your mind of when you wanted to pit coming in, or was you thinking about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to go a little bit longer than cutting it even, and especially with the lead there. I always prioritize tires. If I was playing catch up, maybe I would have done something different. But I knew I had a little bit of a lead that I could, let the other guys carve into with newer tires, knowing I'd get it back. I was a little surprised. I guess I didn't stay on top of it quite enough of when Bentley hit pit road the last time, because I didn't think I'd be catching up that much. And it worried me a little bit at first, but once I got in front, I knew it was newer tires and clean air and leading pretty much the whole race. I knew it was going to be fine.
Yeah, man, you definitely put on a butt whipping against all these guys tonight. Congratulations! Shout out you want to give out. That was domination. Yeah,
Infinite Hero, Tampa SUV Rentals. It's just great to get back in winner's circle. I think it's second time this year, so and. I felt like I had another one coming. It's good to get one now. Kind of wish it was the first race of the playoffs, but it's good to have momentum going into the playoffs here.
For sure on that, man. Hey, go get them next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
We'll pull him back up. Once again, congratulations to him picking up the victory here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Next up, we got Bentley Glasser going to be coming in with a P2 finish here in tonight's race. And not only that, Bentley will be, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, your regular season champion. Bentley, you got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Man, second place, definitely not a bad night. We knew that coming in tonight, you was the points leader coming in, overall points leader coming in, and it worked out pretty good. Second place, it looks like you're going to be able to keep that regular season championship lead, which is big, especially when they're doing like the free pass stuff this year. All in all, I mean, you was racing Hunter and you beat him. So, all in all, a good night for you.
Yeah, it was a really close points with Hunter there, and I was just trying to stay with him. I wanted to finish, within a place of him, and I would have never passed him by short pitted there at the end and was able to get by him then. But other than that, I was stuck behind him pretty much. I mean, he wasn't holding me up or anything. We were about the same speed.
We know that you get a free pass as well. It's one of the things that they're doing in this series this year. But I want to go ahead and talk to you about next week. Dover is a very difficult place for a lot of guys, especially pit road. And we've seen green flag runs here tonight and all that stuff. But talk about Dover, man. What's your thoughts heading there?
I like Dover. It's a pretty good track for me. I'm kind of worried. Like, I'm not worried about Dover. Pocono might be difficult, and then Nashville for sure. I want to hopefully have a free pass for Nashville because I've never raced there.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're able to use it then, that would be the perfect place to do it, because I believe if you won the championship, you can use it in any of the first 3 rounds. So, awesome, man. Congratulations on locking up the regular season championship. Definitely well-deserved. 2 wins this season, and almost a third here tonight. Shout-outs and all that you want to give out for your championship and all that stuff.
Thanks for broadcasting, and then thank this league for the great racing they put on. And congratulations to Steve. He was dominant. He was flying.
That is for sure. Hey, good job tonight, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. See you next week or whenever.
Yeah, next week. See you, buddy.
All right.
We'll pull him back up. Congratulations to him finishing P2. Next up, we got Hunter Waters going to bring him in here finishing P3. Congratulations to Hunter. Definitely still a guy that guys are going to have to watch going into these playoffs. Can definitely pick up a championship. Finishing third here tonight at Atlanta. Hunter, you got a copy?
hear you loud and clear.
Third here tonight, second overall in the points here in the regular season. Honestly, not a bad way to finish out the regular season. Coming in second, that's got to give you some momentum heading into the playoffs next week at Dover.
Yeah, definitely have some momentum. I was hoping to finish second here in front of Bentley today to see if something, were to happen and I could have beat him in the regular season. But, regular season championship means nothing, so not that big of a deal anyway. But we'll try to carry it through the playoffs here.
Yeah, one of the cool things that you actually get since you finished second in the overall point standings is you get a free pass. So that's going to be good that you can use at least once in the first 2 rounds. So let me ask you about the next round. Dover is the next race, and then Pocono. How do you feel about heading to Dover? Do you like that track?
It's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a test to all of us to stay off the wall and off of one another. So I've had a pretty consistent record so far this season, so I'm hoping to keep that going. I don't feel too terrible about it. It's not like it's my absolute favorite track,
right,
but we can do good enough.
For sure, man. Hopefully you don't have to use that free pass, even though you got 2 rounds to do it in. But either way, man, third place tonight, not a bad night. Shout-outs and all that you want to give out?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Big John for the sim rig. Want to give a shout out to my girlfriend, my mom, anybody who's watching and support me. I appreciate that. Shout out to my teammate Johnny from coming from last to 5th place. Pretty good run from him as well.
Hey, good job tonight, man. Go get them next week.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
There you go. There's your interviews, and that will do it for us tonight, guys. Hopefully the stream was stable enough for you guys. I'll fix it. I don't know what it was. I was losing frames for some reason. I do apologize. It happens from time to time, unfortunately. Internet, who knows. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you guys next week and then this Wednesday for the Sim 500 Daytona race. Take care.